The Star Rail Genshin.
Oh, okay, I see.
Man, my first guess was horrible. I got nothing.
Oh no.
Don't like it.
I went for Blade, and it's just not correct.
Baldy. Alright.
Fire Trailblazer. I got it right second try.
It was Trailblazer?
It was Fire Trailblazer.
Oh, that's funky. Okay.
Because it couldn't have been the other Trailblazer
Physical.
because he's Destruction.
Yeah, okay. It was
And
observation.
nothing for Blade was right, so that took out every Destruction character.
That's cool, that's cool.
And now I'm gonna do the Genshin one where I'm worse.
Don't tell me to get rewards by watching me to play Genshin Impact. Shut up.
I'm gonna start with Diluc.
Alright, kiddies. We can go in order. I didn't mean to open that.
Yes.
We will be going in order from left to right. So, obviously, by default, Traveler has to be 5-star for plot.
Yep.
Yes.
They are a physical requirement.
yeah.
Main character, we're going based on how important they are to the story, not how powerful they are. If it was by powerful, then we would have many issues where there would be 5 stars that are very relevant to the story down in the 3-star category.
Yep.
Alright, boys, how are we feeling about the Knights of Favonius?
Which one?
Clean 5-star, 100%.
We're starting with Jean.
Oh, Gene, sorry.
4-star.
Jean as a 4-star, I can definitely see it. She isn't that
I say that as I
relevant
use her.
throughout Mondstadt. She is, but she isn't. She's captain of the Knights of Favonius. She's a decent healer, and she's used to promote the game. But, like, she's the most relevant of the Knights of Favonius, I feel.
Yeah.
Like, outside of Kaya.
Yeah.
So it's, like, debatably 4 or 5 for me. What you guys think?
I could agree with debatably 4 or 5.
Just as someone that uses Gene, yeah, 4 or 5, depending on, because plot relevance. She's not that relevant unless you're talking about
most characters aren't that relevant outside of their own region, which makes some sense.
Yeah.
Like, why would you go country hopping unless you're like Kaya?
Yeah, exactly.
So, like, I can excuse them not being relevant later in the story, but as we revisit places, because we revisit like Liyue a lot, like
Yeah.
the characters we see a lot in Liyue are obviously gonna be much higher than someone we'll see once. Like, we'll put Zhao above Kaching type stuff. So Jean probably
BIRB said.
BRB said what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're about to talk about Lisa, bro.
3-star, on God, trash.
Oh, wow.
Debatably 4 or 3.
Okay, so let's
Yeah.
put Jean up here, debatably 4 or 5. So Lisa, what the fuck does she even? She's a librarian. You go on a date with her like once or twice.
The only like mainline Archon quest story relevance she has is the thing you do to get her as a playable character.
Okay.
To do a domain for like each of them.
She like teaches you about catalyst stuff and how Electro works and how like Electro reactions work. Okay.
That's like her main thing.
Yeah. I honestly couldn't care about Lisa either.
So debatably 4 or 3, because
4 or 3,
she's
yeah.
there.
Like, she's in your face, like, as the start. She gets some screen time in the main Archon quests, even if only brief. Like, I at least remember she exists because she's from the start of the game. Amber, I feel like it's a very similar case, but she teaches you about wing gliding, she teaches you about the general tutorial stuff.
And then she doesn't get
Yeah.
mentioned again till Sumeru.
She matters more than most of the Knights of Favonius type characters to me.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd say 3 or 4.
4-star. What's her name? Noelle?
Yeah.
3.
She's training to be a knight. She's not.
3.
So, like, she's training to be a knight, but she's like single-handedly the strongest out of all of them, I think. like most Geo characters are not performing well. I know that. Like outside of Zhongli himself.
Zhongli, yeah.
Well, I mean most Geos are shielders.
Yeah. Every
Um,
Geo has the ability to give some form of shield
I
almost.
don't ever remember seeing Noelle, unlike Barbara. So I'm putting
Yeah,
her
we don't
first
see her.
Barbara,
Three.
we've seen a few times.
I think
Jean's
she
sister,
stays.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's Jean's sister, debatably 4 or 3. She holds plot relevance in the fact of we steal her holy relic.
Oh yeah, huh?
And then she gets so upset, and then you fix it, and then you go to
Didn't-
fucking Roy and say
Yeah, she rejects Venti. That's funny. I feel like she's in the same vein of relevance as Amber.
Yep.
Like, I can't say much wrong about her aside from like, it's weird how she has, what was it, like 5-star level animations as a 4-star. That's funny.
Yeah.
I believe was because
Yeah.
they were going to make her a 5-star, and then realized they didn't have a healer, so they said make her 4-star so people can get her. and have a
Is
healer.
Sucrose a healer? Sucrose gives me healer vibes,
No.
but I know nothing about Sucrose.
No, Sucrose. I don't think
Sucrose does like a miniature Venti.
Mini Venti? I know like next to nothing about this character.
I don't know anything about her plot-wise. I just know what she does in game.
So if she like, we've both like gone through the entire Archon quest really recently, and neither of us remember Sucrose that well. Meaning she's
I
not
don't think
there.
I don't think Sucrose is an Archon Quest character.
No, she's not. I don't think.
Oh, she's
Yeah.
Albedo's assistant. That explains a lot because Albedo's not relevant at all.
Yeah, when you do Albedo.
Yeah, Albedo's getting sent to the Shadow Realm, so
Yeah.
Considering I'm making Albedo a 4-star, Sucrose is definitely 3-star energy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fischl.
Agree.
Fischl's interesting.
Officials 3, yeah.
Well, since I said it, I'm putting Albedo in 4-star. Because, you know, that one event that's never coming back, so no one knows anything about him. That type of
Yeah.
stuff. Fischl. I like her personality, I like her design. She looks like a BlazBlue character, but also, like, who the fuck is she?
Yeah.
One of the other Hoyo games too.
She's from another Hoyo. Oh, is she from, like, Honkai Impact the Third?
Maybe
Because I know
think you
Well
can
in Star Rail
obtain
is.
her in-
It's the opposite thing. She's from Genshin and she goes to Honkai Impact 3rd.
That's funny.
Is it?
Do Traveler?
Yeah, she's in Impact 3rd. She was a collab character.
Oh, that makes sense.
Oh.
Yeah, okay. But outside of, I think the first time I saw her was doing the TCG missions, and then I never saw her again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
she-
seen her.
I've only seen her in events and TCP.
I missed her event too.
Cool. So I'm saying debatably 4 or 3, just because she's a really interesting character, but she has like no screen time or like relevance at all. Mona, you see her like once. You see her once in the Archon quests in Fontaine, and I don't remember her purpose of being there. I'll be real.
She tells you the prophecy again.
Again, we had Linny for that, and we had the stones for that. We had a trial for that.
She tells you the prophecy again, and she like reads your sign.
Ah, cringe. Right, she's the astrologist.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
broke, too.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's a broke
So
astrologist.
apparently,
Yeah.
there's other quests. Like if you do hers, that house in Mondstadt that's got the hydro sigil on it,
Yeah.
she gets it 'cause she can unlock it. And the guy's like, yeah, you can stay there, just rent it. Apparently, I've seen something of other quests you have to do after that, where you have to go, like, yell at her for not paying the rent.
Damn, sucks. She's broke as fuck.
Once again, story quest relevance, not main quest relevance.
Story
Mona
quest
is a character that
characters are meant.
Or on her right now.
I have no clue what you just said.
Mona had very little information on her, even till now. So
Yeah.
you can put her on 4 or 3 because
She's
of plot
supposed to be as
relevance.
a
but she
5-star,
had
and I forget she exists, which is hilarious to me.
Yeah, you own her.
Not 5-star.
Yeah, I pulled her and forget I pulled her most of the time
Yep.
I open Genshin.
Wasn't she your Farina?
Yeah, she was my Farina. She was my Hydro Archon. But I still don't care. With Mona, so like, story quest relevance is iffy because with story quests they're meant to spotlight the character. So that shouldn't make a difference if every single character in the game has one.
It's mainly the 5 stars that do.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But like the 4 stars still get their hangout quests.
Yeah.
Yep.
Where you just get to replay them over and over again.
And get different endings.
That's
Yeah.
the relevance for them. By that logic, we could
Yeah.
put everyone in the same tier.
You get to hang out with them like you
Mona,
guys,
I'm saying is debatably 3 or 4 star, or just
Yep.
straight up a 3 star.
like you get to learn
I can agree with that perfectly fine.
Kokumi, you get
Yeah.
to learn about her. Like, she does not do great with social things, and yet she's general, so she gets
Debatably 4 or 3, or just straight up 3? How we
I think we
feeling?
could just put her in debatably.
Okay. Kaya, I'm putting in 5 star.
Yep.
Kaya's incredibly important. You know he is, because he keeps showing up in the goddamn Archon quest. They put some
Yep.
spotlight on him in Mondstadt, and it was more than just Lisa, where he taught you something. He taught you how it reacts, Cryo reacts with Hydro. They're like, oh, this guy's up to something. He's got a deal, and plus he's not completely pasty white.
Yeah, and he has actual conflict with other characters. Cough, cough, Diluc.
Yeah.
Technically, where he's from too, Conria.
Yeah, he's from Conria.
That keeps popping up. That is a main thing. I think that's what they're gonna do after they get through all the nations.
I see your tweet. You're a coward.
They're gonna focus on.
But yeah, with all of the importance and spotlight Kaya's getting, he should definitely. I'm gonna say he should get like the Star Rail Dan Hung treatment, where he's a 4
Yeah.
star now and should get a 5 star in the future. When we eventually get to where all the big Conria shit is going down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see where if they do though.
Yeah.
'Cause he's one of the last two.
We're coming up on the end of the Mondstadt stuff here. Diluc, I still feel he's a 5 star.
He can go 5 star, debatable 4 or 5.
Because he's relevant ever since he shows up in Mondstadt, and you're like with him all the time.
Yeah.
And then
He's the most prominent character in Mondstadt.
Yeah, he
same
is
for
one of the
Venti
most.
himself, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely saying he's up here by 5 star.
He's over it here.
Well,
Yep.
yeah, it's by release by
Yeah,
banner.
he was 1.0.
Oh, Venti.
Yeah.
Well, whatever.
He was 1.0.
Even when all these other characters are probably out at start too.
Oh yeah, because Liyue was out when it started as well, huh?
Probably, but still,
Okay.
I think it's all the characters that were on standard banner first, and then we start getting into the summonables.
Yeah. Okay.
History also applies to the Fatui. Anyways, for the chat! No!
What?
Danica.
Oh, Danaka's getting mad?
Don't worry about it.
That's funny.
Razor, I feel he's a 4 star just fine. He's
Yeah.
related to the weekly boss, Wolf.
And the weekly boss is related in at least some fashion to
Dainsliff, wasn't he?
Yep.
Yeah.
Dainsliff's quest has
Razor
the
shows
Abyss Herald.
up more than I thought he would.
Yeah.
So definitely 4 star. Like he shows up more than the other like people in our 4 star list do.
He shows up more than Klee.
That's definitely true. Bennett,
I don't
3
Shows
star.
up in them.
I'll be real.
Bennett
Huh.
3. Yeah.
Bennett, I don't remember ever showing up in the Archon quest. I don't remember
Nope.
any like world quest he's involved in. He's just really good, so
The
people
most-
are
the most
just
I
all over him.
remembered is the event that came with 4.0, and that's about it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 star.
He doesn't show up enough.
Inspiration from Bennett, and that was it.
I like his
He didn't
design.
show up in
I
the
like how he
Yeah.
plays. I like his personality, but he's a 3 star. There's no getting around it.
Even for his event,
Nope.
he didn't actually show up. It was the toy creator Fontaine took inspiration from Bennett.
Yikes.
So he's had like no screen time other than his hangout.
Alright, I'm pretty sure we're all in agreement. Ningguang and Beidou are 5 star material.
Yes.
Absolutely.
5
agree with
star is the
both.
new leader of Liyue. Beidou is really important in both the end of Liyue and the beginning of Inazuma, where
Even some of the
Beidou
middle. Because,
pre-vision slapping the shit out of like a
Yeah.
dragon or whatever. Yeah, cool.
They're like, oh, this smells kinda like fun.
Beidou helps with
And
the
he
little
did, like,
war
like-
between Kujo Sara and whatever his name is.
What'd you say?
Gora.
Beidou also helps in the fight against Kujo Sara and
Okay, yeah.
Sara.
And
Beto
then-
shows up a lot. I feel like the only
Yep.
reason they made a Beto a 4-star was so they could give her the hangout event thing. So it's like, oh yeah, you can go on a date with the hot pirate lady. That's it.
If I remember correctly, she
fair.
also shows up again in the other Liyue quest where you have to beat the wife to the.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
shows up during the prelude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kaching
Kaching.
shows up in the second part. I know that. And I think
Kaching,
it's
I
the
remember
first
one
part.
cutscene for, and that's because I got really annoyed with it, because I think my controller died. It was repairing the ballista or whatever prior to
Yep.
the big thing child had awoken.
Yeah.
I don't remember what Kaching does or who she really is. Maybe she works for Ningguang.
The way she got her vision was she doesn't like the gods. The gods gave her a vision anyway.
Ah, cool.
She told them to fuck off. They said take a vision, and she got pissed about it.
That's funny. But yeah, I don't remember showing up that much. Maybe 4-star?
What about Raph over there? How you feeling?
In terms of story, yeah, the bit will be 4 and 3-star. Honestly, because he has no screen time whatsoever until Lantern, right?
Until Lantern, right? And
Wait,
that's
what?
just a temporary event
Yeah.
thing. Oof.
So it's just like, oh,
She's
no
seen
screen-
once a year.
She's seen once a year, yeah.
Yeesh.
Yeah, like I remember.
I feel like
only
the same can be
relevant
applied
ring.
to the next two, Xiangling and Chongyun. Xiangling,
We at least get like a full quest with Zhongling
Yeah.
that you have to do.
you get a free copy of Xiangling, so everyone knows.
And then you
Well, yeah, and you have that weird story quest thing with her that you kind of
Yeah.
have to do because it interjects into the main story.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's
You have to go to
technically
Ramsey.
around the Archon quest where you have to do it.
Mhm.
Even if
She
it's not
can-
exactly. So that's like premium 4-star material, to be honest.
So I
Yep.
say I say either 4-star or definitely 4 or 3.
Okay. Yeah.
She does not go to
I'm
just
saying
straight three at the very
Xiangling
least.
is definitely 4-star, but Chongyun is debatably 4 or 3.
Yep.
Chongyun could very well be a 3-star because like they dropped so much interesting stuff about him in a temporary event that no one could play,
Uh-huh.
and it's like, cool.
Yeah.
You look
Yeah,
like you're
no
made out
one
of
better.
frosty shit. I look like I could grab you out of a Wendy's ice cream machine.
Yeah.
Like,
And her auntie's just-
like
Yeah.
If he gets a little too overheated, he fucking like snaps.
yeah, like he has a funny gimmick, but that's all he is. He's a gimmick character. Dude. That's all I know about him.
Like
Like how Bennett's the unlucky guy, Chongyun is
Yeah.
the priest who's never seen a spirit.
because they all are like, fuck you.
They can't. Shinshu, I like the dude, but he's like same cases like Razor and Xiangling to me. He shows up, but he's not that important. He is, but he's not. It was a
side quest
yeah, it
that
was a
you had to
world
do.
quest you have to do to continue.
But
So
it
same as
didn't-
Xiangling.
It didn't really matter to the
Yeah.
main story.
Yeah. He's like, he's important for one quest, that's it.
He's
Yep.
important for his thing, but like he'll show up for Lantern Ret and stuff. That's cool. Any Liyue specific event, he'll show up. But other than that, it's whatever. God, they milk Liyue. Anyway, Chi-Chi, I love her, but she's most likely a 3-star. She shows up in one cutscene, and her boss will be a 4-star.
And she makes you go off to do, find a Coco Goat.
Like, she's dead. I love her. But she's dead, and she has a job.
Yeah.
She don't got time for your adventure and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Venti, Archons, all are guaranteed
Yeah,
5-star.
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 Very easy.
Oh, whoopsies.
Right.
Yeah. I'm fucking up my list here. Hold on.
You're good.
Game demand is the wrong tier. Game demand is specifically where we are putting Alloy. I'm saying this now because big collaboration thing. You get a free 5-star to make you play Genshin on PlayStation or whatever.
Does that mean
Yeah.
Dr. Ratio would go in that tier?
Not necessarily, because Ratio is important story-wise for Star Rail.
Yep.
I believe he's Ranmei's assistant or like associate.
He's something.
We're not entirely sure because we haven't played it yet, and once it's out, I'm doing all of it immediately.
I love
yes,
when
and-
people comment how I didn't want him. Like I
too
genuinely
fucking
didn't want
bad.
him, and he said, "Ha, suffer. I'm here."
You want to skip ratio? Too goddamn bad. You're getting him.
Unless
Yeah.
you stop playing the game. Suffer.
Alright, Klee.
Wait.
Funny girl. Funny 5-star that
Debatably
shouldn't be
4
up.
or 3. Or 3.
4 or
my opinion.
3. She never shows up in actual Archon quests. That is my thing. She shows up in the mandatory story quest you have to do for other story quests.
And then she shows up
Yes.
in events, I believe, because she had her own at one point with
If
you
we're
got
considering
her.
Chi-Chi a 3-star, by extension, Klee
We
has
have
to
to
be
kind
a
of throw
3-star.
Klee there too.
I think the
guess
only thing that makes
Chi-Chi,
her-
because of showing up at least, would be debatably 4 or 3, but still be below Baiju.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Tartaglia is a 5-star.
I was
5 for sure. Yeah. Tortag 5 for sure.
debating 4 or 5. Yeah, 5 or 5.
He shows
Because,
up so goddamn
He's
much.
I
everywhere.
love seeing the memes where, oh, I wonder what new characters we're gonna see in these nations. Child shows up, like, why are you here?
The Fatui characters are goddamn everywhere, and it makes sense that they are. Like La Senora, Tartaglia, they're goddamn everywhere. You're gonna see them everywhere. The Doctor and Wanderer showed up for Sumeru, yes, but the focus was on La Senora for a time, and then it was Tartaglia, and still kind of is, but now there's Skirk. And of course the House of the Hearth, which that shit was epic.
Fucking. The Fatui have the same purpose as the Stellaron hunters do. They're meant to show up and fuck around and find out.
Yeah.
The only difference is there's a lot more Fatui than there are Stellaron hunters.
Well, yeah. With Stellaron hunters, it's just well, that's because of
Smaller-
how young Star Rail is as a game. We've got Kafka, we've got Silverwolf, we have Blade, and now we have Sam, which Sam's important next planet.
Yep, which I'm so excited for.
And I get so annoyed because I keep seeing it when you're in set,
Mm-hmm.
and then from here, I'm like, you could have.
Yeah, he got
perfect.
irrelevant.
Yep.
I
So,
would knock
yeah,
that set like that.
what he is right now is
I
correct.
like the Doctor.
For relevance, Tartaglia is definitely 5-star. Like, if they ever do make a 6-star, I feel like Delusion Tartaglia is immediately up there. Like, that's going to sell
absolutely, yeah.
incredibly well, and he's a popular character, and people have been asking for it. It's a
Yeah.
child equals Mr. Worldwide, Mr. 305. That's
Dale.
Diona. Whew.
3-star.
4 or 3.
4 or 3. And you
4 or
only
3.
see her in the Cat's Tail, which is the TCG place, which
Yeah,
I love
and-
TCG, but that's the only
like-
reason I know Diona is Diona.
And then the recent event, the poetry one, she was there. Because she wanted
Yeah,
to.
her lore
she's
is
in the
more side
poetry.
stuff.
Well, by that extension, she's in the same tier as Changyun and
Yeah.
like Noelle.
Yeah.
Zhongli, 5-star. You know, Morax.
Yeah.
The entire Archon quest in Liyue is completely about him. All
Yeah.
the Archons are going to be 5 stars. Big spoiler, woohoo.
Mhm.
What's her name again? I said
What's
her
her
name
name?
earlier and forgot.
name?
Yangshan? Xinyan. Yeah, cool.
There we go.
3-star.
Xinyan, literally everyone's reaction upon seeing her is, who is this? Even
3-star.
Chi-Chi in-game has a voice line like, who is this? It's really funny. She's the guitar character. She has a temporary event that none of us know anything about because no one played it. She could have been relevant in that event, could have been cool, but nope. She has a memorable design and nothing else.
Yep, that's more or less the way it is.
Ganyu, the thing that single-handedly carried a bunch of builds throughout the entirety of the
4-star.
early game.
4-star, debatable 4 or 5 at best.
Yeah, debatable. 'Cause
Okay, so my thing
She
with
has
it is
some of it.
Ganyu is very similar to Zhao, but Zhao shows up a ton more.
Yes.
Ganyu kind of
Yeah.
just fucks off and does her own thing.
So I'm fine with her being tier 4.
I'm saying 4-star energy.
Yep.
And then Zhao, as I just said, he shows up a lot. Chasm's about him.
Yep.
He showed up a lot during Liyue. He hates everyone, but he's like tolerable towards Traveler. It's funny. So I'm definitely saying 5-star for plot reasons.
I think it's mostly
Yep.
just to stay away from
Hu Tao.
Yeah.
stuff like bad drugs or some shit.
Yeah. Hu Tao, I genuinely don't know anything about Hu Tao from doing the Archon quest alone, only what I've heard from other people.
The only thing we get to know about her through the Archon quest is that she is Zhongli's boss.
That's really
Yeah.
funny, but also no.
Debatable 4-3.
To buy coffins.
For being an Archon's boss, that's all I can give her.
4.
She's incredibly
Yeah,
powerful
we're at
as a character, but there's no relevance to Hu Tao's existence. Yanfei has more relevance than Hu Tao.
Yeah, that's Rosaria can go to 3, by the way. I'm just saying it now.
Rosaria, I remember seeing her once, and the only reason I remember that is because we were in the same party, or I was just sending you a shit ton of stickers.
I
Yeah.
don't even remember seeing her.
She was at the church once, and
She's something
Whatever.
church related. That's all I can remember.
she's like an assassin turned priestess or something.
Yep.
Yanfei, I'm gonna say 4-star.
Yeah, I can agree to that. She
You
holds
have-
chasm relevance.
You have to do Chasm and Liyue relevance, where you
Yep.
have to do certain things with her. She shows up. She also shows up for, I think, the quest you get the teapot. That's about all I can say about her, though. The Ace Attorney lady. What's her name? Eula? Is that
Eula.
Okay.
You-
Is this a chasm?
I have
thing?
no clue where the fuck she comes from.
No, it's not a chasm. Like, I know I haven't finished chasm, but
The only
like,
time I've seen her is I did her event, not her event, her story. the other
okay.
day.
So if no one knows where she shows up, but we remember like the other 3 stars, she's in 3-star. Like that's it. That's all there is to it.
Even then, her.
Yeah,
story
I'm trying to
is-
figure out where the fuck she came from so I could see
She's
if like
gotta
we're
be from
missing-
Liyue.
Like
Like
No,
it's right
she's
before
Mondstadt.
Inazuma.
She's
She's
Mondstadt?
Mondstadt?
She's from
She's from Mon.
I don't know. Who is this?
So she is a
She's
Favonius
never
Knight.
the Archon
She's
quest,
kind
from
of
what I
shunned
know.
because her family used to be aristocrats that owned Mondstadt. And then eventually, that switched. So their family is
Freedom.
kind of shunned. She joined the Knights much to the
Eula.
displeasure of both her family and Mondstadt.
Yeah.
So your quest is finding out that her uncle is working with the Fatui.
Oh, okay.
But
Yeah,
story
I guess
was
it-
All right.
Didn't
So
care.
Kazua's a 5-star. I'll be real.
Yeah, it's perfectly fair.
Like, sure, he's
Even if he
not
didn't
he's
do
not the
much-
boss, but he's not the boss of the Crux. Cool. He wielded 2 visions and stood up to the Raiden Shogun. Like,
He blocked
Right-
an Archon.
like, it's really cool, yes, but I'm going to just note, like, the dude, while the Archon quest is about Raiden, like, half of it is about Kazuha. Like, straight up.
Another thing for his quest, there's this sword that was made. I think.
Yeah,
You do
has-
have to
he has
use
a
quest.
sword.
And the whole everyone else kept getting possessed by it. He just didn't. He
Well,
said no.
He didn't because the spirit was weakening and he had
Yeah.
like a rival soul or something like that.
Yeah. So he
Um,
just said no.
Yeah, that and he comes from a line of blacksmiths.
Yes.
So he was just like.
He had a bunch of circumstances that let him not get possessed by the sword.
This Ayaka. This is the funny.
Ayaka can go
142. Yeah.
5 for plot,
I'm 5-star up
or
here.
debatable 4 or 5.
Debatable 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Like because she's as relevant in my brain as Jean is. Like I remember her a little bit from the festival, but I don't
She's-
remember much else.
She's like shown to be someone who's trying to oppose the Shogun, and we
Yeah.
see Toma more than her.
Yeah.
3-star for her wet
I
socks.
think part of it was.
Nah,
like,
the wet socks are fun. I approve.
Oh,
Kazua's
Oh,
still
everyone's
the
gonna
spotlight
like
for
it.
sure, definitely.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
wet
you
socks
and
are
me are gonna go
fine.
4.
Y'all have issues. Yuemi is a 4-star, definitely. Not a 5-star.
Yeah, like she had.
She
She
said
has some relevance.
she's
but I'm
treated
not.
as a 4-star anyway. Shut your mouth.
yeah.
Like, she
I
had
can't be
some
mad.
moments, like,
Her
she-
upcoming banner is another streak of bad luck. Oh boy.
Like she provided the fireworks for the distraction, but
That is 4-star material, providing fireworks as a distraction, yes.
like she wasn't as important for story.
What's Raccoon Girl's name? I
Saya.
remember her showing up once.
Oh, see you.
Seiyu. I assume she's a 4-star. She
Yes,
is.
she is.
Yep, she's a 4-star.
I
4-star
remember her
debatable
falling
3.
asleep after showing up to like
Um,
guide you or something.
I think 4-star is perfectly fine for her because she's the reason that Kujo-Sara turns on her family.
4 or 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think 4 is good for her.
4.
She's only relevant for a really good thing, which is, I guess, is fair. So
She's
for
relevant for the reason Kujo-Sara kind of turns on
Yeah. Right.
her family, so that like
Oh,
puts
not
her
right.
4-star.
Maybe.
yeah.
I was doing that quest at like midnight or 2 in the morning, and I had no memory.
I'd say 4-star or debatably, because she.
Gee, I wonder where Raiden Shogun's gonna
I
go.
fucking wonder where A is going. Yeah.
3.
We're putting
3,
A
that's
in
good.
3-star for being the most underwhelming power Archon. Whoopsies.
We swear.
She wasn't even there.
Like genuinely though, if you run an Archon team, you're like if you're just not focused on elemental reactions, you're probably throwing off Raiden.
Yeah, probably.
Cause Nahida,
Kujo-Sara.
Farina, Zhongli, Kujo-Sara.
Yeah.
Debatable 4 or 5.
I agree. She was very important throughout all of Inazuma. She's not the boss. But she shows up a lot, and then she does
Yeah.
some important things. Like
Yeah,
She's
very
fine
important.
as a 4-star, but I wouldn't be mad if she was a 5-star.
this Kokomi.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kokomi.
Kokomi,
She was one of the warriors.
Kokomi can go debatable 4 or 5. She's important, but also
I mixed up Kokomi and Ayaka once, and it confused me because I'm like, I thought her hair was a different color. Like that's
Yeah.
the relevance of Kokomi to me.
Kokomi, yeah, she's relevant, but not that much screen time.
She's
from what
a
I
strategist. She stays in the back. She has some screen time, and she was important to plot, but like
Eh.
I can't confidently
wasn't
put her in
much.
straight 4-star.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Toma, he's important a lot, but
Yeah,
like
he could
his
go debatable 4.
like debatably 4 or 5. Genuinely, I
Yeah.
don't like the dude that much, but he helps a lot during Inazuma, and like he's the main reason you meet Raiden Shogun.
Yeah.
He's the main reason you can be on the island.
He's more deserving than I'd say Ito.
Yeah, Ito
Uh,
can go to 4.
Ito's a
Just
4-star.
Chasm.
Yeah, Ito shows up for Chasm, but he doesn't do much else.
Yeah.
Um,
He can be taken out with a fistful of beans.
yeah, fistful of beans.
And you just punch
Look, if a
him.
man's main weakness is a fistful of beans and he spends most of his day doing beetle battles, he shouldn't be a 5-star.
I'm
Yeah,
Like a couple beans and he passed out.
that's funny.
It was that.
It's because he's allergic to them, but I mean, come on.
Like, he's more relevant than say Albedo.
Yeah,
But
for
like,
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause he was in the Chasm quest, although it was for a stupid reason.
Goro was the leader of the resistance, wasn't he?
Yes.
Goro was the second in command because Kokomi's technically the leader.
Oh, okay. Well, he showed up
Yeah.
like twice.
Yeah.
We don't see much of the resistance, oddly. I think most of the time in the resistance was focused on a man dying from a delusion, and then we went to go focus
Yeah.
on Wander.
That is true.
The most people remember Goro for is being
The thing with
feminized
Yumiko.
by Miko.
Damn, Yumiko's a bitch. Anyway. Goro, I'm gonna say is between 4, debatably 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Like, they serve an important role, but also they don't show up much. That's the thing. Like, if Kokomi's the actual leader, I think 4 is fine, yeah.
Yeah, perfectly. Which is fine.
I like Shenhe, but I never remember what she does.
Um,
wait,
she
no,
helps-
she's really relevant. My bad.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He helps
Yeah.
rebuild the Jade Palace, I think it's called.
Yeah,
Jade Chamber.
Yeah.
the
Jade Chamber. Yeah.
Jade Palace is Kung Fu Panda.
My same
Also,
thing.
she's with the Adepti.
Oh, she's with the Adepti.
She's also,
that makes sense.
She's like with Cloud.
I think she's also one of Cloud Retainer's students or
Student,
pupils
yeah.
or children.
Oh,
yeah,
like
yeah.
Ganyu. Okay.
Better than God.
Um,
I mean, yeah.
Then I'd say
I
debatably
think
4 or
put her in
5.
debatable.
Yeah. Cause like she's
'Cause,
more
like-
relevant than Ganyu to me. For what she like single-handedly carried that final scene.
Yeah.
Like she
Yep.
saved everything, found out where she wanted to go, but Zhao gets more screen time among the Adepti. So that's fine.
Yeah, like I don't.
I forgot
seeing
this
Ganyu
girl's
at
name.
all.
Uh,
Yunjin?
I have to wait for it to go down.
Who is
Yeah.
Yunjin? Whomst?
Opera.
No clue.
The opera singer. The opera singer that did.
Oh! I remember
Oh!
this quest. I remember
Okay,
this
yeah.
quest and I didn't care.
Yeah, same.
Aw. Oh,
Oh,
I love that quest because of her.
Look, man, I was tired after the fucking Liyue boss. This was the point where I was like, I'm speeding through Genshin. Because I am sick of the Mondstadt story because I've seen it once. And with Liyue, I wasn't as invested. Like,
I just didn't care about her.
I was more excited to just screw around with the characters that just came out. Like, Risley. So I was more invested in gameplay than story. But the fact, like the opera quest is interesting, like, but I didn't remember. Like, she looks like you should remember her, but I genuinely forgot who she was.
That's fair because again, you were tired and you just wanted to just get through it at this point.
That's
So
just me.
that's completely you. Yeah.
But like that is like 4 to 3 star energy. Like, it wasn't an event. It was something story related, but it was for the very tail end of a story that was pretty much wrapped up.
Yep.
Pretty much.
Even
Yeah.
though Genshin
I
doesn't see it that way and
supported
continues to milk Liyue, like they're still doing it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yay Miko's debatably 4 or 5 star.
Yeah.
Yeah, debatably 4 or 5. She has big plot relevance, but also she sits in her shrine most of the time.
Yeah, she
I'll give her
mostly just. Anytime Raiden's really relevant, I feel like
Yeah.
Yay Miko is also relevant. So
Yeah,
it's
because Miko is the only person that has a key to Raiden's room that she holds herself up in.
like...
And then she's like,
Fuck
go
outta here.
fucking touch grass. I know you're the Electro Archon, but go touch some grass.
Yep. Ayato.
I know you have your puppet
Amazing.
doing things, touch
Yeah,
grass.
it's like 4 maybe.
Ayato should not be a 5 star. Ayaka being
No.
a 5 star makes sense. But they're doing the same thing. They should not be both a 5 star.
They're doing the same thing, it's just one had story
Yeah.
relevant in a sense.
Oh, you only saw him for his own quest.
Yes, that is the only time
Yep.
I've seen him.
Guess where he's going.
That was like the first time you meet him.
Like,
Like,
I
he's on
remember
quest.
him because he's pretty and fun to play.
Like, Virgil.
But-
Yeah, he got Boba.
Yeah. Oh, I'll have to zoom out eventually, actually. Hold on. Let me
Yeah,
see
we
if I
can't see the bottom list from stream.
Fuck, no. I hate this. Hold on.
Yeah, he's completely irrelevant to the whole Archon quest.
Uh-huh.
Alright, let's make this a little smaller here. Cool. Next is Yelan, who has immense fans.
Like, she's important. For
I feel like
us.
we can throw her in debatable 4 or 5. Because she does hold more relevance in the chasm than Ito, because like she has the whole thing where she's partially the reason we are able to get out of chasm.
She's a spy or something, isn't she?
She's like the IRS.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, so she's
Yeah.
Topaz in the
Yeah.
game. Gotcha.
And if I remember
Yeah.
correctly, she also works with the Chising, so she does
Oh.
have some good relevance in terms of.
Yeah,
okay,
she
I'll
has
do
more
what you
relevance than Ito.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Because she was kind of important in a completely different quest in the chasm, where you didn't like actually like CC her,
Okay.
but she like kind of killed the monster that was attacking you.
She kills the Chaos Serpent boss for you,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she
And then
saved you.
fucked off.
Yeah.
And then you see her again when
In the chasm?
Ito, Yanfei, Cookie show up, and she's also there being like, there's something happening here. I was sent to figure it out, yada yada.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So debatably 4 or 5 star.
Yeah.
Kooky.
4 or debatably 4 or 3. She's Ito's secretary, basically.
Oof.
Yeah, and she's much
Ninja.
better. She's part of keeping him out of jail. The only
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ito and Shinobu.
And she kind of fails at that for a while, too.
Because Yanfei kept him from going to the jail when he tried picking a fight, and he wanted to thank her, and she was like, "Please get him the fuck away from me."
Cool.
That's the only reason he's in the chasm at that moment. Is
Yeah.
his-
Debatably.
And
4 or 3.
Shinobu's gotta go with him.
Okay.
So.
Uh,
And then she's sitting here like, "Boss, you're
Shikano and Heizo, I love you, but you're a 3 star.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
You have no relevance in the story. You have no relevance after the story. You get a world quest where you get to get broken out of a small cage that you probably could have punched through, my boy. You probably could have fit the bars. You're so tiny.
And then
Like,
he's
you're
got-
Yeah.
cool, and I just don't like your own fans. Most of them are horny as shit.
Wait, which character?
People just take the things he says very wrong.
Yeah.
Tainari, I'm saying he's fine as a 5-star. I'll be
Yeah, he's
real.
fine.
In that beginning
He
part,
introduces you
and later
to
on.
the
Welcome to
new
Sumeru
stuff.
and the Dendro type.
And then
Yeah.
later
He
on,
helps you learn stuff. He still shows up later on in Sumeru.
He shows up
And then
like
gets-
right before the doctor shows up, or like right after.
Right after, and the
talks
only
to
reason he's not in the story more is because he gets struck by lightning from Wanderer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I'll be fine.
Scar's got his mom's notice. Oh boy. Cole's fine as a 4-star.
Cole is a perfectly fine 4-star.
She is
she's
relevant,
great.
but not as much as Tainari. She's the free Dendro character for people who play, and like she's
To be
more
fair, the
focused
entire
on helping.
the
or
entire Archon
surviving.
quest, she has cancer basically. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's relevant because of that. Because at the end we do remove that cancer, and then bam,
Yeah.
you're like, oh yeah, Colin has it too. So now, at the end of the Archon quest, you're like, oh, she's safe now.
Didn't
She's cured.
Hazo put
Yes.
himself in the cage? Yes. Yes, he did.
I think he wanted to like learn information, so he's like,
Hazo's being a fucky detective.
Dory,
Yeah.
I'd say is either 4-star or debatably.
Dory's a
4 or 3.
4-star.
Like, that's important.
Dory's
Yeah.
relevant, and
Yeah.
she remains
Yeah.
relevant throughout most of Sumeru, just being a prick.
Yeah, she's like our black market dealer.
Yeah, there's like 2 quests where you specifically just work with Alhaitham to get stuff out of Dory, and it's like that's more relevant than Kaching, Lisa, Fischl, stuff like that.
Yeah. Fortunately, she is a little bit more relevant.
Sino's
than the
definitely a
rest- some
5-star.
characters.
Kagi over here, he's a 5-star for plot. He shows up a lot. He's relevant a lot. Butts heads with Alhaitham a lot. What was his role, his rank, in the academia?
General.
He's like the general.
Yeah, and then he
Yeah.
exiled
Yeah.
himself.
Yeah, and then
He exiled
Yep.
himself because he didn't trust them.
describes
He plays a big role of being one of our harder hitters on our side during the entire Archon quest.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he was the one that like went up against the main scribe too at the end.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the big hard hitter.
He also is who helped get the Eremites into the city. Snuck
Yeah,
them in, so
okay.
he's very important.
Yeah, he does so much throughout Sumeru.
Mhm.
Candace is fine as a 4-star. She shows up once or twice, same as Dory. Like this is the point where they got really good at their like rankings and stuff like this, where I won't argue much with what they have. Much.
Much.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
Nilo is a prime
Yeah,
example where
Nilo.
she could be a 4 or a 5-star to me. It doesn't really matter. Like, she gets her dream quest, but I forgot she existed for half of the Groundhog Day quest.
Well, because she doesn't matter until the very end of the Groundhog quest when you figure out that this is her dream.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
her main importance is at towards the end when she
General Mahamatra. Thank
when
you.
she's doing that dance. That
General Maha.
Even
The
the
silent
dance
movement.
that she does isn't as important because that's kind of just her doing that, and they get a different message.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Like,
So I
she's
think
pseudo
debatable
important.
4 or 5 is perfectly fine for where she should
Because
be.
she's still involved in the
Yeah.
very, like, final scheme against the Academia, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Helen
She's not
Yeah.
a main part of it, but she's still involved. Yeah.
Mhm.
Nahida's a 5-star.
Layla,
No,
Who is Layla?
she is,
I don't even know where Layla comes from.
but she's
Um,
like, at all.
She's the fucking mushroom Pokemon Quest person. There we
Oh,
go.
is
She's
she?
She's also the one that is slightly fucky because she's got another Layla. If she passes out from like stress,
Oh, this is the tired girl.
yeah. If
Okay.
she passes
Yeah.
out from like in your hangout of it, if her stress level gets too high, she passes out, and the other Layla starts doing the stuff for her because
It's okay.
So
she'll
Jekyll and
organize
Hyde.
her notes because
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool. Like,
So,
I
like-
like the concept, but
yeah.
it's a 3-star concept.
so like she'll have all the notes but not in the right order, so she can't see the answer.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
the
yeah.
other Layla puts it in order so that when she wakes up, she'll see.
Oh,
But she does
okay.
not know about the other Layla. She thinks
Of
it's some other
course.
power.
Oh,
And she's so
whoopsies.
confused.
Go back. No! Go back! I just wanted to zoom
Easy
out.
breaking thing.
I just wanted to zoom out! Like, that's enough. Wander.
Very
We know
quick.
where.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I've
Your computer's having issues.
is that good? No, that's almost good. Whatever.
enough.
It's good enough. You can see who's on it. Wander is definitely a 5-star. Most of the Fatui are, where they're incredibly plot relevant. He is a weekly boss. He is a playable character. He had an entire section, like, world quest afterward. He's just a cool guy. I like him.
Cool.
He's a cool
Kills
guy.
everyone.
Yeah, he fucking resets history for himself and then gets mad about it.
Yeah.
Sums it up perfectly well.
Yep, that's basically his quest.
Who's Narwhal lady over here?
Oh, you mean Farzan?
Farzan, yeah.
Farzan.
Yeah, I don't know where she goes in plot.
I think she only pops up during the Academia limited event. Yeah.
Cool. 3-star.
3-star?
Yeah, very 3-star.
3-star.
Al Hatham can
Al
go
Haytham's a
5-star for
5-star.
plot.
He is the most relevant Sumeru character in my mind.
Yeah, he helps. He's one of the reasons we're able to do like the last part of getting to Nahida.
Yeah.
Basic.
He basically enables you to get involved with the whole thing. And if you weren't, he's
the main reason
probably
we
gonna do it
happened
all
to-
himself.
Yeah.
Yao Yao, I have yet to see her.
I don't know where the
Yao.
fuck Yao Yao
Who's
goes.
this child?
She's the 4-star that came out with Al Haytham, but I have yet to see
3-star.
Understood.
She has no relevance. Yeah.
Dia's
No
a
relevance.
5-star. Dia's as
Dia.
relevant as the others. Like, she's as much of the muscle as Sino is supposed to be. Even though fucking Al Haytham does more damage than both of them combined. Yeah, that's just how
Sumeru
it
does a
goes.
good job of making characters actually relevant. At least most of them.
Chocobo!
Because he came
Chocobo
out with a
boy?
monster that came out.
Yeah, throw him in 3-star. I don't know.
Chocobo's a 3-star? Understood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have no clue what his existence is.
He's just another Knight of the Buckney.
Yeah, fuck him.
Chocobo, bro. That's what he is.
Throw my doctor in 4-star.
Yeah, Baiju's definitely 4-star. I respect the dude. He's nice. He's Chi-Chi's boss, but like he has as much screen time or a little bit more as Chi-Chi, but is a bit more relevant. He's dying. He's dying while his assistant is dead. It's really fun.
I would say is a 3-star. That guy
Kava can go 4
he
or
shows up
3.
at the very end of the Archon quest to be mad at Al Haytham, like, what the fuck happened?
He kind of just bickers with Al Haytham, yeah.
He just showed up and like, what the fuck happened?
Look, I can give him 4-star for the Will Stetson song, but that's it. That's the extent I can give Kave.
Debatably 4.
Okay, so like Kave's got the Will Stetson song and the funny glitch where he could permanently delete stuff. That's all he's got
5-star,
going for him.
Debatably 4 or 5.
But for real plot relevance,
He's a 3.
he
3.
shows up as much as Lisa, so I'm putting him in the same tier.
Thing is,
Okay.
Lisa, I feel like it's still more important because, like, game-wise, it's to show you stuff. He just comes to people like, I'll hate them. What the
Okay,
fuck?
but with Mike Tyson. Anyway,
Like,
Lisa over here, she kind of just sits there, and like her date quest is optional. That's another thing. I'm pretty sure it was 100% optional, where you don't have to do it. The same would go for anything Kave's involved in. He shows up as much as Hu Tao. Like he shows up as like as much as Mona does. Like Fischl, that kind of thing. So like he's probably fine.
At the end of the Archon quest to ask Al Haytham what the fuck happened while I was gone, and then at the end of Al Haytham's quest to yell at his roommate, and then he's got his hangout that I've not done.
Kirara.
I have no clue where she is relevantly. We could probably throw her in 3-star.
He is 3-star in terms of relevance. Yeah.
Yeah. She's got a
She
funny
only showed
flash
up
kick
on
and
TV.
Metal Gear references, but that's
I know she's like a
extent of it.
delivery girl.
Yep.
She's got like a delivery service.
Yeah,
that's it.
she's the Amazon lady.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's not really that relevant.
I
All right, Fontaine, the very fun place where they're actually a majority, I would say, are fine.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
Lenny can go 5-star for plot.
Lenny's always involved with everything in Fontaine, save for a couple things. Like, even when... So it's like, you get his case, you get the Fortress of Meripede, where he's still very relevant. And the focus is both on him. Him more than Risley, I feel like.
Yeah?
Like, I like Risley, but Lenny is still the focus. And then it's like, for Navia's bit, then he's not the focus, because we're focusing on Navia and a little bit Arlecchino. And then we go back, and it's like, he's still there. He's still being involved.
We could throw Lynette in debatable 4 or 5.
I agree. Lynette is just as relevant as her brother.
And
the only reason she isn't automatically 5-star is because she was just a bargaining chip at one point during the Fortress of Meripede, where she was just she was used. Like, Lenny was the focus. He's the ringleader. That makes sense. Fremine is debatably 4 or 3, but I think 4 is perfect for him because he's still relevant. 4 is perfectly fine for him. He was still relevant in the Fortress of Meripede. That was the thing.
Yep. We're ignoring his recent event because it's an event that you can't do the whole time. Yes. And it doesn't really focus on him anyway.
Well, no, it's just doing it with him. Like,
doing it with him.
Obviously,
but then again,
the focus is on the older siblings. He's the shy
Gee, I wonder where Nouvelette goes.
I fucking wonder.
It's really obvious.
Yeah, I wonder where the otter goes.
Oh, okay, so what bugs me a lot, I still think about this, is that one Archon quest after you get out of the Fortress of Meripede where the hole's coming out, and it's like, it's up to us. Alright, I get it, Risley. You're cryo. You can stop the water. What's Chlorine doing? She's an Electro. She'll make things worse.
I don't know, maybe because she's an Electro, she could get Risley out of there. I don't know.
I don't know.
Me?
Like,
I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea what
Chlorine was doing. Like, I guess it was if Risley went down or something, she could grab him and leave. Like, that's the extent of it in brain.
But she's not on the list. We don't need to worry about her. It's just a gripe. Risley can go into 5-star for plot because he does do something genuinely important.
Risley shows up. He's the warden of the Fortress of Meripede. I love both of his voice actors, but that's separate. So he shows up. He's the main gimmick of the Fortress of Meripede. You speak with him a lot. He's relevant after the Fortress of Meripede, which is more than most of the previous
Noah's Ark.
He shows up with Noah's Ark and saves people. Like, that's cool. Like, he's not leaving the Fortress of Meripede outside of that. That was probably the first time he's seen sunlight in fucking years. Like,
probably.
And we don't know much about him. Like, as someone who was interested in Risley more than I was Genshin, and is why I'm playing Genshin, I looked into it, and the extent that we know about him is that he was once a prisoner in the Fortress of Meripede, and now he's the warden, and he won't tell us much else. He likes his stuff. He likes his tea.
I'm guessing you haven't done the story quest yet, then?
The story quest I haven't done because I felt the story quest should not be done prior to doing something like this. Where if I wanted to do something like this, don't do the story quest because that'll fog up my memory in terms of what's the Archon quest, what's not relevant.
You know, he likes tea and gets
he has a tea addiction. Yeah. He gets bullied by his Melazines, like CG.
I love his birthday art where they stuck stickers on everything.
Yeah, Farina.
6-star. Not 6-star, fuck 5.
Farina, to me, is the only Archon that could be considered 5 or 4.
Fair.
I'll be real, like, best support in the game, sure. But also...
she's a bargaining chip for most of the Archon quest.
That is true.
She is meant to oppose you, yes. But also there's so many other things going on. Whenever the spotlight is on Farina in a cutscene, I feel like it's not about Farina. It's about Nouvelette. It's about Arlecchino. It's about the person on trial. It's never about Farina until the very end.
Yep, it's true.
For someone who was supposed to be in the spotlight for all of those years before, she got fucking slammed on by a sword. She wasn't really in the spotlight.
No. Like, she was meant to catch your eye and somewhat... Like, she does her job well.
Yes.
I'm not saying she's bad at what she was doing. It's just her role in particular is what it is. Because, like, the rest of the Fontaine characters would outshine Farina on the screen until it was Farina's trial.
Yep.
Like, with all the other trials, Farina
outshine her.
was the one against you. Yes, she's there, but the focus isn't on the fact she's against you. The focus is proving the innocence of the person on trial or trying to figure out what actually happened.
Yep.
Even though there was no repercussions for failing. You could just kind of mash through the buttons until they worked. It's fine. Like, I'm going to leave Farina in 5-star for plot, but I really feel like she could be a 4 or 5.
Yeah.
I won't argue on that. That's very a good point. Yeah.
Charlotte's a 4-star. She's fine. She shows up. You have to do her quest in order to continue, and then she shows up afterward. Like, as much screen time as Femine.
Yeah.
So it works.
It's not like relevant, but she has she adds to the world. She adds.
Yep.
Yep. She does the newspaper. Navia. Navia has to be a 5-star.
5. Yeah.
Definitely. She had an entire part of the Archon quest dedicated to her. It's she helps figure out what's actually happening with the primordial seawater. She lost a lot in Poisson. Tragic character. Like, I didn't care about her at first until the actual Poisson quest. Where I was a little more interested. I'm pretty sure you guys could tell I wasn't that interested in Navia to start because I was making the jokes of, oops, I dropped her. That kind of thing. She's in the water now, my bad. But after that, it was a bit more interesting. As a character, I don't really... Or, as a unit, I don't really care. As a character, she got more interesting over time. I suppose the same could be said about Farina, because I didn't care about Farina to start. Even as someone who is a theater kid and likes theater, Farina was too much, but now I get why. Chevreuse, 3-star, I'll be real. Don't care. I don't know who she is. I don't know what relevance she has. I didn't see her at all during Fontaine when I really paid attention. She has a gun. That's it.
Yeah, her event came out.
Yeah.
I don't think we saw much.
It's a temporary event. Neato.
I have not done it.
Alright, the 2 that are not out yet. Cloud Retainer and Gaming.
We can put them in 4, debatably. 5.
For Cloud Retainer?
Yeah, I mean, they show up quite a bit, but they don't do a bunch.
Cloud Retainer, we can't really say these for sure because it's not out yet.
Yeah.
Like, she could be incredibly relevant. But like going based off what Cloud Retainer's already done, 4 or 5 is completely fair.
Because Cloud Retainer is a big important thing for doing stuff in Liyue, but we get to them, we tell them what's happening, we leave, the next time we see them is in the big fight where we spend our time protecting them, and then their shit gets destroyed.
Yeah, like, it's the same tier as Jean, Kujosara, Kokumi, Shenhe, stuff like that, Yae Miko. Like, they're important, but not overly important.
In terms of what Cloud Retainer did, in reality, Ningguang did more.
Yeah, Ningguang did much more.
And she's a force.
How do you pronounce his name? Jaming?
Gaming.
Okay. Gaming over here.
How do you pronounce it?
Gaming.
Yeah, gaming. I don't know where to put him because I don't know anything about him. For now, I'm assuming 3-star. It's going to be a debatably 3 or 4 or 3. I don't see this guy being relevant at all because this is Liyue, as we're coming back to it again. They really like Liyue. They like China. But I'm gonna leave him in 3-star for now, and that will. Is there anything anyone wants to change? That's the question now.
Honestly, no. That's good.
good.
Like, I'm not gonna argue. Like, yeah, in terms of actual plot relevance, yeah, these are all very accurate.
Yeah, if we were looking at them for how their gameplay is, of course not. But we're looking at them for how relevant they are, so this is perfectly fine.
Oh, most
Yeah.
definitely. Like, we didn't talk much about Alloy, but she has to be a 5-star because of the collaboration thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's whatever. Like, I wasn't playing during
Yeah.
that time. I started playing about 2 months ago.
Yep, Sam.
Playing either, so I never sucks, but
Like,
I only started last year, so.
yeah.
But yeah.
I don't know if there's anything we want to move around, because obviously divided by tier, not left or right or anything.
I think everything's perfectly fine the way it is.
Okay.
Mhm. I don't see anything that needs to be moved, honestly, yeah.
Like,
'Cause,
the only
it-
ones that are sticking out to me is, like, maybe bump up Diona. Just because, like, we've
Even
seen
then-
her. Like, Diona, like, I don't think should be up the tier, but it's, like, if we consider a character we've seen in, like, a singular cutscene for Archon Quest, then it's, like, bump up the Goth Nun or whatever. Because, like, she's the only one in the 3-star quest 3-star line that we actually see during the Archon Quest, I believe.
I'll be real, I completely forgot she was a part of that we even see her in the Archon Quest.
yeah, I don't
Yeah.
remember
I don't
that
remember
at all.
seeing her.
Okay.
Part of it.
I
could
might be
just
misremembering something then.
Part of it could just be I did the Conquest like over a year ago.
Okay.
I remember it, but yeah, I genuinely don't remember her at all.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, I might be misremembering something. That's why I didn't want to do story quests or anything. She might have shown up in a story quest, and I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
Is there anything else? I'm tempted to drop Albedo into debatably 4 or 3. I'll be real.
Yeah, because he's got
That's perfectly valid in reality.
Because, like, going over to the ones that we started with is important at the end. Because we've...
Mhm.
So it's like, I'll drop Albedo into 4 or 3.
Where is it? Clean?
Klee's in 3-star.
3-star, yeah. Fair enough, yeah.
Unless you go
Her
out of
whole
your way to do the content Klee's in, you're not likely to see Klee.
like they like using
Yeah.
her for events, but she's not important.
They
actually
like
story-wise.
utilizing Klee for promotional stuff. It's like
Yeah.
a small child, but we gave them a pipe bomb.
Yeah, 'cause, there was an event
Yeah.
specifically for her where you got like her weapon, and then
Yeah.
she had one recently where it was about the fish, and you played a board
Like-
game. Because I've noticed they've been doing that where they like board game events.
Yeah.
but
that's
she's
easy
not
to translate.
important story-wise.
Like, still thinking about Albedo, it's more of the fact of, like, he would be more relevant if you could actually go back and do the quest. Because that's the whole thing with Dragonspawn. It doesn't feel important, because it wasn't because the event was around it.
Mm-hmm.
The most-
That's how most places in Genshin feel. Like, the entire desert of Sumeru is such a fun place to explore, but there's nothing going on in it. That's just how it feels.
Yeah.
There's
There's
a lot
no
of
actual relevance in the actual Archon quest.
Like, I get it, there's side stuff to go do stuff there, but in the case of the this rarity stuff of how relevant it is to the main plot that Traveler would most likely do, or be, like, associated with, he's not seeing a majority of this. A majority of these bottom characters, Traveler is never seeing in their life.
Yeah. Unless you actually go out of your way and do something.
Okay,
here.
so put yourself in the Traveler's shoes. Consider the rarity in Traveler's mind to be a how much you remember this person. Based on the Traveler is going through these nations to find their sibling and is stuck doing their bullshit to the point in Fontaine where they felt rude and overly annoyed with everything. Like, they don't want to be here. They want to go find their sibling, and they ended up dealing with a prophecy they had no part in. Like it's
That is
so
true.
dumb.
I think they're better whenever it comes to like Dainsleif because he gives them
With
importance.
Dainsleif, it's fine.
Same with Nahida because Nahida was actively trying. Hey,
Yeah.
I'm gonna look for your sister.
Nahida could help as the god of wisdom, so
here's
it's like
information
Traveler
I
was more
found.
involved. With Dainsleif, they're outward, like they are miles ahead of everyone else helping the Traveler. Like the first time they showed up, yeah, they saw this, they saw them, and they're dealing with abyss bullshit.
They found them. Everyone else is like, sorry, bye.
Like Ningguang trying to help or whatever, but it's like whatever.
As it goes on, they're like tired of this bullshit.
Yeah, I don't think Traveler's gonna have very excited moments throughout like Natlin or whatever's next.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be very like tired and annoyed. Like, where is my sibling?
We're getting to the end of it where Traveler's gonna like snap or something.
I hope so, and I hope they talk more. Please.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Joke's on
that
you.
is brought up on why they don't talk very much.
Joke's on you. They're gonna give Dainsleif the Signora treatment, and we're gonna gain the dark element.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh
no.
no.
Might be more involved in Snezhnaya because
Well,
I
they're
feel like
gonna be involved in Snezhnaya
Yeah, I know
because that's where the Fatui
Yeah.
are.
So I feel like they'll be
Mhm.
more involved.
It's going to. Okay, I don't know what nations are left.
There's
But the
Natlin and Snezhnaya. And
Well,
my
yeah.
guess is Conria.
yeah, but in that order, like Natlin is definitely next. Snezhnaya is gonna
Yeah.
be the last, like modern nation, and then it's all gonna go to shit in Conria. That's how it's gonna be.
Conrad, and then possibly Celestia.
Kai is gonna be our guide in Conria or whatever, where we're gonna get some facts and logic or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's gonna be like,
We're gonna
"Here's a
see more
tour."
Dainsleif.
Yaming's biggest screen time is going to be in the lantern, right? Funny. That's all Liyue characters.
Yeah.
That's why so many of the Liyue characters are as far down as they are.
Yeah. Like taking a glance at this, like Liyue had the biggest rating issue, I feel. Same goes
Yeah.
for Mondstadt. Early on, they didn't really figure out how their rarity system worked, or like should work, at least in my opinion.
Like, I feel
Yep.
like some of them were just thrown on there so they'd be 5-star like Mona.
Yeah, to promote the game, and it's like, oh, hey, shiny character, here's
like
a 5-star.
Mona, Chi-Chi, Kaching, standard.
Yeah.
So that there would be something there.
Yeah. Like, a few of the original 5-stars I very much agree with, like Venti, Diluc, but like, stuff downward, like Jean could still be a 5-star, yeah. But, like, it's iffy. Early on, it was much harder to see, but they've really got a good hold of it now.
Yep.
I hope that continues.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Well, if that's all we got, is there another one we want to do? Because we can just sit here and do tier lists for funsies.
The only other one I can think of is go to the other side and do Star Rail. That's so much faster.
Yeah, sure. Well, what's up?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Oh, are you trying to count which ones have changed in rarity?
10.
Well, everyone in 3-star went down.
12. No, I was trying to count how many 5-stars went down.
Okay, yeah. How many 5-stars went down? That's
Yeah,
fucky.
they're like 12.
Yeah, we had to fix a lot of it. Like, debatably 4 or 5, not counting that one.
Yeah, I
Because
didn't
that's
count that one.
yeah.
Because they could still be in 5.
They could still be 5-star.
But like counting from 4-star and down, there's about 12 that
Like
got
with the
demoted.
debatably tiers, you could make really solid arguments on if they should be a 5 or a 4-star, or like a 4 or a 3-star.
Yeah.
We added 3 4-stars into 5-star for plot.
Mhm.
Yeah, being Beto, Ningguang, and Kaya, because yeah.
We made more 5-stars into 4-stars than more 4-stars into guaranteed 5-stars.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair.
Demoted to 3. There's 1, 2.
There's a
And of
lot
course,
of
this is all
demotions to
about
3-stars.
Yeah, there's like 3
Yeah.
5 stars that just were dropped.
Okay. Well, I mean, if we go over the 5 stars and 3 stars,
Yeah, like it makes sense.
Klee, not relevant.
Only in events.
Yep.
Ayako.
Ayato, not relevant.
Oh, Eula, Ayako, not relevant.
Yeah.
Like,
Those are the only 3,
yeah.
right?
Maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. And then the other ones that are like in the debatably 4 or 3 are also kind of completely valid.
Yeah, it's like...
You don't see them often, and when you do, it's in like story quests.
I'm glad no one's gonna acknowledge what I did. Anyway.
Acknowledge what?
Don't worry about it.
You mean the car noise?
Huh? No. Don't worry about it.
No? Okay.
Huh? Don't worry about it. It's on stream. I'll look at it again later.
Okay.
Alright, so we have Star Rail. One of
Yep.
us, or 2 of us sitting right here have not really played Star Rail, so this is a fun bit. Where we're gonna play the game of... We're gonna play the fun game of... We're gonna have YouTube guess where they are. Don't pull up a list or anything. We're gonna have you guess what rarity they are, how relevant they are. So... I'm gonna label these 5 star
like
correct. Yes. 5 star. 4 star correct.
So we're
yes.
just gonna have you look at a character, and then we're gonna put them where you think they are, as we go.
Okay.
Last year's lol.
I assume you're going to describe them like how they are in the story.
If we wish to, yes.
If you want us to explain what their purpose in the story is.
I'll pick up the person. I'll say their name, like what their element and what their path is. So, we can obviously start with Trailblazer being both a physical destruction and a fire preservation. The female's name is Stell and the male's name is Kalis, and they actually have different animations depending on which one you play.
Yes.
The animations are very different, and I prefer the male's animations, but I like the girl's design, so it's fucky.
Yeah.
Yes, I picked Stell, and then we had the other one picked Kalis.
Yo.
Yep. Alright, go ahead. Oh, if you want, as a fun thing for Star Rail, since they don't use generic weapons, we can tell you what everyone's weapons are.
Sure. Yeah. I'm not looking at the stream because I'm using my phone. Can you tell me what it is?
Stell and Kalis, as a physical destruction, use a baseball bat, and as a preservation, they use a fire lance. Well, sword.
Yep.
Both. It's both.
Holy shit.
It's a lance sword thing.
It's both.
That's Fire Blazer?
Fire uses the lance sword. What the fuck is?
Physical destruction uses the baseball bat.
Yep. Fire uses lance sword. Physical uses baseball bat.
Yep.
Damn. I mean, of course, it's the main character, so you have to be 5 star.
Yep, it is the only Hoyoverse 5 star main character that's actually good. Anyway.
Yeah.
March 7th. March 7th, the Ice Preservation.
The character that has been on every planet with the main character so far.
Yes.
Yeah.
They use a bow.
4. Yeah.
Yep, she's a 4 star. She is... Yeah, she is a 4 star that has been to every planet with Trailblazer. And she is looking for her memories. Hence why her name is March 7th, because that's the only thing she has. It's the date they found her. She got Captain America treatment where they found her naked in a block of ice. Bruh.
Just disclaimer, I did play a couple hours until I had to quit.
Don't let this man know that when you E6 a unit in Star Rail, you get to see them naked.
What the fuck?
Yes, don't worry about it.
We're gonna need to take the baseball bat.
Trying to spend some money. He said.
Quick, bonk him.
You bonk.
Let him know it's only like.
All right, Don Hung.
Don Hung, the
This one's fun.
other main friend of Trailblazer here. They are a wind hunt unit. They've technically been on every planet, but not immediately when it comes to the Shinjo Lofu.
I will let Rory answer because I know these characters already.
It'll probably take until we get past Herta space station for Zara to actually start to have guessing.
Yeah, basically.
While this is going on, I'm going to run to the bathroom.
Alright.
Okay. In a little bit of the first planet. I've only gotten to the city and that was it.
Oh, Eurilo 6? Yeah. Okay. You played a decent amount then.
Yeah. I was like, I want to get through it, but just my phone couldn't handle it.
Where are you putting Don Hung?
4, of course.
Okay. Yep.
Oh, we're talking about actual, like, they're 4-star and 5-star, right? We're not doing, like,
we're doing
relevance
4 stars.
or anything.
Yeah. Actually, what they actually are, because you haven't played the game.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay.
He uses a spear. He is a 4-star. I believe it was called the Cloud Piercer. It is a spear, funnily enough, made by one of his friends on the Shinjo Lofu, which we will bring up later.
Oh boy.
They are someone on this list, and if you want, you can guess, and I'll tell you if you're right.
I guess for relevance, 5-star?
What, the weapon?
Oh, you mean the weapon?
Yeah,
or
Cloud Piercer, the weapon. Don, just guess who on this list it could be.
Shit, I don't know. I don't know a lot of these character names. Honestly.
You can describe what they look like, and then I'll say if you're right or not.
Okay, go ahead.
No, just if you have the stream open, take a look at the characters, and pick one you think would be the one who made their spear. As a friend.
Gotcha. Okay, let me pull up stream real quick. Hold on a second. All right, let's see here.
Fun little side game.
Who would be Don Hung's friend?
Who would be Don Hung's friend? I know a lot of women will say yes.
If it's no, not that one. No.
What'd you say?
Is that Bailu? I think that's Bailu.
Yeah, that's
the one next to Bailu on the right.
Yanting. The blonde boy? You think it's him? The one on the right, right?
Hold on. Shit.
Boom, 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 boom.
Can you hear me still?
I can hear you.
Okay. Fuck, I turned the stream on. Who is Don Hung's friend?
Who is Don Hung's friend?
The one under Natasha.
The one under Natasha. Sela. Interesting. I will say that is not correct.
Yeah, I figured.
Alright, well, we'll get there.
Okay.
Next is Asta on the list. She is from Herta Space Station. She is a Fire Harmony, which is essentially a buff support. She is very into astrology and has an issue with her credit card where she cannot stop buying shit.
4-star.
You'd be right.
Yeah, she just sounds like Mona basically, but 4-star energy.
With Arlen, the next one, this boy, he is head of security on Herta Space Station. He is a lightning destruction. He uses a sword. Oh, and Asta used a rod. Asta used like a telescope rod type thing. Shoots lasers.
Oh, 4-star. 4-star.
Who? Asta? Yeah, cool. Well, what about Arlen?
What do you mean?
The head of security, Arlen.
Yeah, 4-star.
Okay, you'd be right.
Yeah.
Arlen, he does some self-harm in the game because he pushes himself too hard. But he's cute. He has a dog named Peppy.
Oh.
We're coming up on the end of Herta Space Station with Herta herself. This is the member of the Genius Society and a ice erudition. Oh, I should probably.
I wish she was 5-star.
You said you wish she was 5-star?
Yeah. Cause she's Herta.
It do be Herta.
It do be Herta.
She is. This is puppet Herta. We are most likely eventually going to get actual Herta one day. This is based on her
so
when
that
she's
might
younger.
be. Yeah, so she might actually get a 5-star version.
She has a hammer.
Oh,
it wouldn't be
she's a hammer.
anytime soon. She uses a giant
Yeah.
hammer and spins in circles, saying "kuru kuru."
Getting.
The next is Hook.
I want to do the next one. I want to give the description here.
Yep.
Okay.
Pitch Dark Hook the Great.
As he said, Dark Hook the Great, who is a fire destruction,
Yep.
and is the leader of an underground group called the Moles.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Yeah. If you want more information, do ask.
Yeah.
Judging by her like design, I'm assuming 4-star. I don't know this character actually.
That is completely correct. The Moles is a group of children.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Within the underground city, it's a group of children known as the Moles. You have to play hide and seek with them, and she uses a like wheel thing that explodes. It's basically Klee, but she's actually relevant.
Yes.
Nice.
Natasha, you feeling sick? That one ad everyone on Earth has seen?
She could heal me any day.
Bruh.
Bruh, bonk. 4-star. Yeah. I know she's 4-star. I have her.
Yep,
Yeah, 'cause we
she
get her
is
for
the
free.
free healer option. Not the
Anyway,
Yeah.
the rat.
Oh, hi, Sampo. Sampo Koski. That. He
Sampo.
is.
He's a con artist.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's a con artist.
100% 5-star, right?
Wind Nihility, which means he is a debuff support.
Yep.
Oh.
He canonically evades taxes, yes. He is hunted down by the IRS character later.
5-star.
You believe he's a 5-star?
Yes. Hold on,
Sampo
let me read
Koski
it.
is a 4-star. He helps you in he helps you a little bit on Eurilo 6,
Yeah.
but he isn't that great character or gameplay wise. He is one of the great enablers of damage over time though. He is probably getting replaced really soon though.
Probably.
He's
Give me a second.
Yep.
Yep. Who's next?
To betray
Pella.
my customers, I charge extra. Yeah.
Would you like to buy the deluxe package? I'll scam you faster.
Oh yeah, while you were gone, I had him guess who made Don Hung's spear.
Wait, who made Donghun's spear?
You don't know?
No.
It was his friend,
Yeah?
Blady.
Oh, really?
Yeah. When they're in the High Cloud Quintet together.
I'm not gonna lie, when you said friend, I instantly assumed Jingguan.
No, it wouldn't be Kage. General Chess Master.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
You good?
Who we at?
We
this
are
is
at
Pela.
Pela.
She is an ice nihility, so once again debuffer support. Oh yeah, I didn't say what the previous two have fought with. Natasha uses a grenade launcher.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Sampo
Some point
uses dual blades and smoke bombs. Don't worry about it. And also
snap.
exploding presents.
What is I can't even confidently tell you what Pela's weapon are. I don't know what the fuck they are.
Pela has a book, but she doesn't hit you with the book. She summons drones that shoot you down.
Yes, she is the intelligence officer of the Silvermane Guards, and
Yes.
also in her free time works at the museum.
She's also part of a band.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I think I have her. So 4-star.
Indeed, Pela is a 4-star. She performs
Yeah.
really well as a debuffer, removing defense, stuff like that.
Yep.
Once again,
Mm.
she has the airstrike type stuff. Once we get out of Urilo 6, you will not be comfortable, I'm telling you that.
No.
Oh boy. Yeah, I'm ready.
Alright, Serval. This is an electric erudition, which means they do decent AoE stuff, AoE damage. If we quickly run down how paths work, starting from the top, destruction is DPS that is focused on hitting 3 things at once, not everything, 3 things, where the main damage goes to the center and a little bit off to the sides. The second DPS type thing is the hunt, where it's really good single target. The third thing is erudition, which is meant to hit everything for the same amount of damage. There are supports known as harmonies, which are to buff your team. Nihility are support that debuffs enemies, and abundance, which are supports that heal, and then preservation is supports that shield. And that is the 7 main paths.
Serval is also the oldest of 3 siblings.
Yes.
Who runs probably the only workshop in the fucking
above ground in your level 6, yeah.
Yeah.
She used to work in the Silvermane Guards, and she's also in the band with Pela.
Yep.
5-star. She's giving off 5-star energy.
Serval Landau is a 4-star.
She is a 4-star who you can actually get for free.
Yep.
Or could. I'm not sure if you still can.
I believe you can. She
pre-registered
fights with an electric guitar.
She is an honorary Nihility member.
Yep.
Oh wait, no, this is the character I have.
Yep. That sounds
Because I'm
right.
like, she's supposed to have a garage.
Because she's
garage
pre-registration.
guitar.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, hello, Ting Tu. This is Ting Tu, a quantum. Is she erudition? I believe she's erudition. Yes, she is.
I can check.
Quantum
Yeah, she's
erudition. She is a gambling addict, and she fights with mahjong tiles.
Yes.
Hey yo.
Yes. The whole gimmick is you spend
cool.
skill points to get a random type of tile, and if you get a full set of matching tiles, she will hit everything for a ton of damage. Yeah.
She is also a diviner of the Divination Commission on the Genshin Lufu,
Yep.
and a librarian.
Yep.
And she never slacks off when it comes to slacking off.
Yeah.
5-star.
She's a 4-star.
What the fuck? She has a fun gimmick.
Yes, she has a fun gimmick. Almost everyone in this game does.
Oh, okay. I guess that's fair.
So with Ting Tu, she works for another character on this list, on the Shinjo Lofu. Despite being a 4-star, she is debatably the strongest erudition unit at high eidolons, which are constellations. At E4, she's able to outperform most of the AoE DPSs in the game.
Star Rail.
If you are dependent on RNG.
Mm.
Sushang, one of the Star Rail characters that shares their same name as they were in Impact the Third. She
Yep.
is, I believe, a physical hunt unit.
Correct.
She uses a sword and is a knight amongst the Shinjo Lofu.
Yes.
She
Four. What's that?
You would be correct. She has something known as the
Oh.
Phoenix, but the Phoenix is actually a giant angry chicken.
Yep.
Tingyun.
Yes.
This Electric Harmony, one of the most relevant characters, kind of. She serves as a guide throughout the Shinjo Lofu, and she is debatably one of the best supports in the, well, not debatably, debatably the best support in the game, compared to Bronya as a Harmony unit.
Damn. All I know is that she was a hot one, but I
She's
think
a
she's
fox lady.
4-star.
You'd be
Yeah.
right in that she's a 4-star, and you wouldn't believe me when I tell you she
Yeah.
simultaneously has a great amount of screen time, yet also no screen time at all.
Yes.
Really?
Don't worry about it. If you're interested in it, play the story.
Yeah. I'll have to wait till I get there.
Himiko.
Himiko.
Free trauma for Honkai Impact the Third players.
Yep.
She is a one of the characters among the Express.
Astral Express.
Yep, the Astral Express, which is what the Trailblazers are on.
Mhm.
She makes horrible coffee. She is a fire erudition unit, and she uses a pizza cutter as a weapon.
Basically.
A giant pizza cutter.
Oh.
Oh, and for her burst, she nukes you with a satellite.
Correct.
Yo. That's what she does. I always wonder what they're actually doing with their skill.
Oh
Bursts. It's
yeah.
funny.
I'll show you everyone's like bursts after we're done with this. Like after stream, we can sit down and have you watch all of the bursts in Star Rail.
Sure.
Fun time.
I know Himiko is a standard 5-star.
Yep. She is. When we started playing, the joke was that every single 5-star has A tier, and then we all put Himiko in C tier. She is a 5-star. She's better
She
now
got better.
because of the
Yeah.
relic sets available.
Yep, but
Mhm.
not the best.
Well, Yang. Someone here is better at introducing Welt than I am, but he is a imaginary nihility unit, so the debuffer class. He's straight up out of Honkai Impact the Third. He's here.
Yes.
Oh.
He is not a.
He's
He
on
does
the
not
Astral
share
Express.
the same name.
He's on the Astral Express because he's lost. He doesn't know how to get home.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yep. He is the imaginary nihility class.
Yes.
He's also standard, right? Standard 5-star.
Yes. He fights with a cane and black holes.
Yes.
Oh my god, he sounds like Osbin.
He has a major issue with someone else on this list later for no reason. I swear, it's no reason. Bronya, Wind Harmony, from Yurilo 6. You've probably seen her.
Yes.
Best
Commander of the
support
Silvermane Guards and the current Supreme Guardian of Belobog.
I wonder.
5-star, obviously.
Yep.
Yep, 5-star standard banner.
Best support in the
Yeah.
game
Oh,
because
she's standard?
yep, she's standard banner. She is the in Star Rail you don't really lose your 50-50 because if you lose your 50-50 there's a chance at getting Bronya. Bronya is better than most limited 5-stars.
You can cut it, yeah.
The thing with Bronya is it's a turn-based game. No, it's not. She says you get to go again while buffing your
Oh.
damage. So it's like the way you strategize is you outspeed Bronya with your main DPS, then you use a skill point with Bronya to make your main DPS go again. That's it. If it weren't for the fact skill points were limited, you could legitimately have infinite turns with Bronya and another character on this list that we have not looked at yet. Hello, Clara.
My kid.
Clara and Svarog. This is a physical destruction unit, the little kid that looks like they can't do a damn thing, and also they don't wear shoes.
She
she's
is
protected by
a shy orphan girl.
Yep, shy orphan girl protected by a giant robot named Svarog. And also, what the fuck was I gonna say? No, it's escaping me. She is a counter unit.
Yes.
Oh wait, she's the one that that's being held by a robot and she's wearing red, right?
Yep.
Yes. She is also a
5-star,
Fate
yeah.
reference.
Yeah.
Her existence is
Yes.
purely a Fate reference.
Yes.
Is it?
Yeah,
it's a reference to Heracles.
Heracles and
Oh.
Iliasville. Straight up, the design outfits are the same color scheme, and their burst is a direct reference to a still from Fate.
Yo.
Alright, Geppy.
Another thing, if you count, there are several achievements in Star Rail that are just straight up references, and there are several Fate references, one of them being if you counter a certain amount of times with Clara, which just outright, it's not just like, oh, it's Fate in the name, that's a different achievement, being Fate Strange Fake, where it's known as the 12 or 13 labors, where you counter that many times, and that's straight up a reference to Heracles' labors in mythology. So yeah, they weren't even trying to hide it. Gepard Landau, the main protector of the Silverman Guards, ice preservation. He fights with a guitar case.
He is the younger brother to Serval, the guitar person we've already put on the list.
Yes.
I've actually never heard of this character. I'm assuming 4.
Gepard Landau is a 5-star preservation unit. While Serval is the older sister and is more relevant story-wise, Gepard is a 5-star.
Yeah.
Serval's a 4-star.
Like that.
He's also absurdly good.
Oh yeah, he's fucking sick. He doesn't heal or anything, but he has so much shield that you basically can't die. Hello, Bailu. Shinjo Lofu's current head of the Vidyadhara. She is a doctor. She is a healer that cannot cleanse, and that's what hurts. She is debatably the worst healer in the game.
Damn.
Yeah.
Honkai Star Rail's Siegewing. 5-star. Yeah, no.
Yep, she's definitely a 5-star. It's funny because she's debatably worse than the free option, depending on who you ask.
Yep.
Oh yeah, lightning abundance. Next one.
Yeah.
Ice Hunt. Yan Sing. Kagi's character. Why am I blanking on his name? Jingyuan. Jingyuan's star pupil. Supposedly unmatched with a blade, a punching bag throughout the story because the people he fights in the story are absurd.
Yeah. Because he fights Don Hung, Jingliu, Blade.
He fights 3 out of the High Cloud Quintet, and then he fights the protagonist and the Stellaron Hunters. Good luck, kid.
Damn.
He's a sword enthusiast.
He is the youngest
Jingyuan or
or
the apprentice?
Yansing is the apprentice to Jingyuan.
4-star.
He is a standard 5-star.
Oh, what?
Yep.
Yeah, he is a standard 5-star.
I have been spooked by this man twice now.
Oh.
I still haven't worked on him. Sela, hello.
I'll get it in a bit.
Virgil.
Hello. Yep, Sela's burst is a reference to Virgil from Devil May Cry. She is a quantum hunt unit where if she kills an enemy, she gets to go again.
Yep. She is a member of a group in the underworld of Belobog called Wildfire.
Yes.
Mm.
Which is also the same name as a sick track that everyone uses to meme on Star Rail music. Yep. Good boss music, bro.
What's the name? What's her name again?
Sela.
Sela.
Seele.
It's kind of spelled like the little wisps in
yeah.
5-star?
You'd be correct. She's the first limited 5-star of Honkai
Very
Star
first.
Rail. She fights with a giant scythe.
Yeah, figured.
She
Yeah,
is
there we go.
pretty
It's like
cool, but I don't care for her. She has the best performing banner to date because it was the
Oh,
first.
That's probably gonna change eventually. Probably soon.
That might change. We're not sure. We thought it was gonna change with Kafka. It didn't.
Really?
Jing Yuan,
Yeah.
general of the
Kagi.
Shinjo Lofu, and voiced by Kagi, or Sino's voice actor.
Yes, sir. 5-star.
He is a lightning
Obviously.
erudition. Oh, he definitely has to be 5-star. You are correct.
Yep.
He has
Oh,
something
yeah.
known as the Lightning Lord. He fights with this, like a Naginata, but also the Lightning Lord, which is basically Naruto, Sasuke's Susanoo, if you watch
Yep.
Naruto. So he
Oh,
can just
okay.
summon a giant lightning being behind him. It's cool.
Yep.
Bruh.
That also uses a Naginata.
It's funny because he was also memed on to be supposedly bad, but he's a lot better in recent time. Erudition was
Yep.
not great.
Nah.
Yukong, she is.
Naginata is a katana, right? Or is it the spear?
It's the
It's a spear.
It's the spear. It's the
Okay.
it's the pole arm that's curved.
Mm.
Yeah, katanas are very different. So yeah, he's the spear boy, and then Yanting is the sword boy. Yukong, imaginary harmony, really good support specifically for imaginary. She, what was her job again? I can't remember the name.
She is
specifically.
a helm master for the Jonsho Alliance.
Right, and she was a veteran in the war. She was a pilot.
Yep.
She uses a bow and arrow, and she is a mother.
She no longer flies star skiffs due to a brutal battle.
Yep, the brutal battle where a certain member of the High Cloud Quintet died.
I'll be real, never heard of her either, so I'm assuming 4-star.
She is a free 4-star support that will be very relevant, especially to new players, because she is an ideal support for the man-doctor ratio.
Yep.
Oh,
Hi,
fair enough.
Silverwolf. I really like this character. She's grown on me. She was annoying at first. This is Silverwolf. I really like the lore, where she is a quantum nihility. She is from a planet known as Punk Lord, where the entire planet is filled with people who can hack reality and treat it as a game.
damn.
She is a member of the Stellaron Hunters.
Yeah, she's also the first Stellaron Hunter we see.
Yep.
Yeah,
not C.
she was the first character I wanted.
Technically.
She is the first summonable Stellaron Hunter.
Yeah.
You can actually play as Silverwolf in the tutorial alongside Kafka.
Yep.
Oh shit, okay.
Yeah, and then you don't get her afterward. Because you get abandoned
I
by her in
remember
Kafka.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. 5-star, obviously, yeah.
Most
Yeah,
definitely,
Stellaron Hunter.
she is the best support in the game. For debuffing, she reduces enemy defenses while also making them weak to a type on your team if they weren't already.
Yeah.
While applying other debuffs as well. Luocha, this is a imaginary abundance. He is basically a heal bot type character where he will heal and cleanse you if you get low on health, and will allow people to heal if they do a certain amount of, if they do lifesteal basically. So when his passive is up, all teammates are healed based on how much damage they're doing. He is a traveler amongst the Shinjo Lofu and kind of is there with Jingliu, essentially.
There with Jingliu. That means he's a 4-star that came out with Jingliu.
No.
No.
This is the best healer in the game.
5-star.
Oh, shit.
This is
He carries around a coffin.
Yes, he carries around a coffin with maybe a dead friend inside. No one has seen inside the coffin.
I like to think that he was carrying Jingliu inside it for a minute.
That'd be funny.
Oh god.
That's how she got on the fucking Zhangzhou Lufu without being noticed.
Maybe. Who knows? I love this one. Luca, man with robo arm. He lost his arm, so he replaced it with a robo arm. He is a boxer underground on Urilo 6. He wants to be part of Wildfire and is apparently part of the moles. He doesn't even know he's part of the moles, which is hooks and stuff.
He's also actually a part of Wildfire.
Yes, he's part of both.
Yeah, he's a part of both.
He is boxing.
He is
Part of
the
both.
champion of the
Part of
Bell
moles
Bottom.
and 4-star.
He's a physical nihility.
Yeah.
Yes, he is a 4-star. He does a lot of things. He's a multi-tool in the game. He's quite useful. So he can debuff. He can buff himself. He can do damage, making skill points turn out even rather than consume too much, make enemies bleed, etc. He fights with his mechanical arm that he can like rocket punch or hit you really hard with.
We can kind of speed through the next two.
Bladey. Blade. This is a former member of the High Cloud Quintet. He is a wind destruction unit, member of the Stellaron Hunters.
And immortal.
Obviously, 3-star.
Bruh.
Yeah, 5-star. We know. Jingliu and Blade.
Yep, Blade is very important. He fights with a shattered sword. He hurts himself to do damage because he yearns for death, but he cannot die. It's weird because he wasn't meant to be immortal, but an experiment gone wrong to revive their dead friend made him immortal. He's the one who made Dan Heng's spear. They used to be friends before he wanted to kill him.
He has pledged his loyalty to a thing called Destiny's Slave.
Don't worry about it. He was the best AoE DPS for a while, and then was replaced 2 banners later. And then Dan Heng funnies. And then the DPS that replaced him was replaced 2 banners later. It's really funny. Destruction units are crazy. Anyway,
Yep,
Kafka, Lightning Nihility, not leader, but sort of the lead of the Stellaron Hunters that we have now. She is the main enabler of the damage over time meta.
Yep.
And by some extension, the main character's mother.
She got the Awuga stars.
The Awuga stars? Bruh.
5.
Yep, she is a 5-star. She was my first, well, not first 5-star, but first limited 5-star. She's really fucking good, and there's no way to power creep her. Because her whole gimmick is she can duplicate and trigger damage over times, to happen instantly. So, on a team with Sampo and Luca, or like Serval, where they apply damage over time, instead of waiting for the enemy's turn for them to activate, she can duplicate them and make it happen instantly, while still applying her own.
Damn.
Yep.
She's really nice to have. She fights with a katana, as well as 2 Uzis. And grenades. She does a lot. She's got the Devil May Cry kit.
And string.
Oh yeah, the threads that fucking disable people. She is a really annoying boss
fighter, right?
Huh?
She's also based off a spider, right? I think.
Yes. She is. She is very obsessed with webs and coats, and she will never find herself in a web. She cannot feel fear. She is part of a race of, or from a planet of people who cannot feel fear, but she is great at creating fear, apparently. She also works for a twink.
Look, man, if you're gonna say that for her, you have to say it for Blade and Silverwolf too.
I like Elio. Anyway, Lynx. This is the youngest sibling of the Landaus, which you have guessed both incorrectly so far, with Serval you guessing a 5-star and Gepard being you guessed a 4-star. She is a healer capable of
Quantum Abundance.
Yep, Quantum Abundance, capable of healing, and for their ultimate, their burst, they're relevant for being able to cleanse while healing with their burst. They fight with a pickaxe.
All 4-star, 100%.
You've guessed your first correct Landau sibling. They are becoming free as of the next update for 1.6.
Damn, you should have gaslit him into thinking it was a 5-star.
Because now we're entering territory where I don't know characters. Unless we hit Jingliu, then that's when
we're
stop.
very close to the end here, where 1.6 is arriving at the end.
Oh, okay.
Here we go.
Next is Fu Xuan, the one of the heads of the Divination Commission on the Shinjo Lofu. She sees the future. She is a quantum preservation, so she's a tank role. I can't solidly say what she fights with in reality. Psychic power bullshit.
She kind of uses her hands.
Funny Jujutsu Kaisen reference, domain expansion for her burst.
Bam. Never heard of her. So 4.
She is a 5-star preservation.
And
Fuck me.
She's basically the best sustain in the game.
yes.
Her whole gimmick is she does her skill, and then all damage the allies take will be reduced and sent to her instead. And she can heal herself, so she can kind of sustain forever so long as you have a good loop going.
Okay,
Don
okay.
Hung Imbibitor Lune. This is
6.
maybe. Don Hung Imbibitor Lune. During the Shinjo Lofu, they had their power reawakened. Where previously he was escaping his past. Now he kind of embraces it and is a dragon. He has water capabilities. Imaginary.
You two talk about the last. Definitely 5-star.
Oh yes, this is Dragon Boy. He was the DPS that replaced Blade.
Dang.
He is another member of the High Cloud Quintet, meaning we've gone over 3 of them so far. There were 5, as the name suggests. 4 of them are playable. One of them is not. One of them is dead. Anyway, the next is Guinai Fen. She had a event about her recently. She is a influencer, Fire Nihility. She fights using a flame pole, dynamite, and little puppies.
She does basic street performer things like fire breathing,
Yep.
sword swallowing.
She is a foreigner on the Shinjo Lofu, and she is just a performer.
She's a kick streamer.
No, legitimately, in the
most event, she goes around hunting ghosts with her phone out.
Yep, she hunts ghosts as a streamer, and the entire point of the event is to surpass 1 million followers on her account.
Hey, yeah, 5-star energy right there.
No.
4.
What?
She is a 4-star.
4.
The event's not about her.
No, it's about Hua.
Alright, so Jingliu.
Yeah, Jingliu.
Mommy Ama.
Bruh. Bruh.
You can just tell how I'm gonna be streaming. I'm just down bad for the characters.
God help you. Well, Jingliu, Ice Destruction Unit. She is a very good DPS. Her whole gimmick is hurt her allies to make her do more damage. Member of the High Cloud Quintet. Teacher of Jingyuan, voiced by Amelie. The only time she shows up in the story, it's to turn herself in because she's going insane.
Oh.
Well, and to throw hands with Blade one last time because Blade wouldn't stop whining about
request.
it. Yeah, Blade wouldn't stop whining about it. Fight me and kill me.
Kill me, you bitch. I've already done that, and you keep coming back. Blade's entire motivation is to find a way to die.
Yeah.
Because he's died once and accidentally became immortal, trying to revive their dead friend.
Well, yeah, 5-star.
Anyway, Jingliu, definitely a 5-star.
100%.
She...
Topaz!
Well, yeah, but real quick, she mentors Jing Yuan, who's the current general. And that is all 4 members of the High Cloud Quintet. The 5th member, I can't remember her name right now. She is dead and is the reincarnated into Bailu.
Oh.
They were not a dragon. They were a fox person. Fox people in the series have not good luck.
Huh. And that's Topaz?
Topaz and Numby.
Topaz and Numby. The IRS.
Yes. This is the worker for the IRS. They are they've arrived to Eurilo 6 after it has gotten back on its feet after the big story bit. So you come back to find Topaz is here, and they've come to collect on age-old debts that they thought were left dead because they thought Eurilo 6 was dead. Oh hey, you're alive, you're thriving, pay us.
Oh, and she's also introduced basically in the Pokemon event.
Yes.
Oh.
She's there for the Pokemon event. She fights with a gun and Numby. Numby being
for
a
reference,
pet
Numby is a
trotter.
thing called a Warp Trotter.
They're basically rare stuff that you find and kill for rewards in the game.
5-star.
Oh, I didn't mention what Jingliu fights with. She fights with an ice sword, which is very basic.
Yeah.
Topaz has a gun, and Numby does most of the thing. Her burst is the Stonks meme.
Oh.
I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just what she does. She is an IRS worker. She kickstarts the Pokemon event. She's not necessarily evil. It's just she's working for the IRS. Hanya, she's a physical harmony, I believe. I didn't pull her.
I did.
Okay. I don't remember what she does specifically, but she works as a judge in the Ten Lords Commission, which is basically like the Supreme Court of the Shinjo Lofu. She fights with a brush, I believe. All of her animations, I think, are about calligraphy.
She
She looks
specializes
dead inside.
in reading the karma and sins of criminals and records their crimes and punishments with the Oracle brush.
That makes sense why she's dead.
Whoa. She gives a 5-star energy, but I'm assuming it's 4.
She is the fourth.
He's learning.
Other judge of the Ten Lords Commission, Huoho. She has a the equivalent to Ghost on the Shinjo Lofu, known as a Helobai, sealed within her, Naruto type shit. Named Tail. It's a wolf. It's very snarky. It's funny. She is kind of a coward, but she's doing her best.
She wants to quit her job at any chance she can, but the fox in her tail will not let her.
The fox in the tail is basically there to bully her, but only as a friendly way, and will probably like destroy anyone else who bullies the child.
It's the equivalent of nobody can bully her but me.
Yep.
I think she was one of the more recent banners, so 5-star.
Yes, she was the recent event thing that I was gonna say temporary, but you know, Star Rail events are not temporary.
Oh, they're not?
No, Star Rail events are permanent.
What the fuck?
They'll show up and they'll have temporary rewards if you do them immediately, but if you don't finish them, you can always go back and finish them in the side tab.
Yep.
There's a
shit,
museum
okay.
event I never finished that I can still go back and do.
Yep.
Huh.
Physical erudition Argenti.
He is a knight of beauty.
He is indeed a knight of beauty. He shows up when you get eaten by a giant bug, and then he goes out to fight the bug by himself after throwing hands with you on the train.
Yeah.
His boss fight is very annoying.
His entire existence is to uphold the good name of beauty.
Yes. He apparently survived.
And he's still dead, so 5-star.
Alright, now we get to...
I find it so funny how many people shared that sentiment with you until they heard him talk and then they didn't like him.
Oh, really? I've never actually heard him talk yet.
He cares a lot about beauty. Anyway.
I
Shui.
have all the stuff open for the next 3 characters if you want me to be the one to do them.
Feel free.
Wait, before we
I don't know
continue,
how to say her name.
Yo,
Oh,
hold on.
fuck.
Argent kind of like Yusuke in that kind of sense.
What do you mean?
Like his personality, he's all about that, like, you know, beauty, as like Yusuke, all about art, kind of like that.
Yusuke from what?
Persona 5.
It's different.
Eee!
Yusuke's more tolerable.
Fair enough.
Here.
The thing with
You-
Argenti is he's going to put his faith in whatever her name was and beauty significantly above everything else. He's a very honorable dude.
BIRB said sway I.
Yeah, that's Shui. That's not the girl I was talking about.
Yeah, no, but I was just doing that
yeah,
so
the next
you'd
thing.
say the name so I knew what to say.
Yeah, that's Shui. Physical destruction, I believe.
Yep, quantum destruction.
Oh, maybe.
She is another one of the judges of the Ten Lords Commission.
Yep.
And she is charged with finding and capturing the criminals using iron chains.
Yep.
Huh.
Wait for it.
I think that's all that's about her.
Indeed.
Very small amount of info. So 4
Well,
star.
that's because she hasn't come out yet. I'll say that. Did you,
Oh,
the next
yeah,
character,
these
you
3 characters have not
Yeah.
come out yet.
Oh, then 5 star then, right?
or
Lamau.
Oh,
That was bait. That was hard bait. Oh my god. To be fair, this tier list isn't updated with the recent stream.
yeah,
Okay.
that goes up to,
So we don't have like the
ratio.
Grand Duke or Sam or anything on here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have
Anyway.
2 left. I fucking
You get
wonder-
you get to do this one. This is yours.
Imaginary Hunt Dr. Ratio. I fucking wonder who he is. He's an
I
associate. He travels the stars helping like improve things of general places. He's an architect, he's a genius, he's
Yes.
a narcissist.
He is a part of the Intelligentsia Guild.
Yes.
What the fuck?
He is able to create stone statues. Sometimes he wears one of the stone statues' heads when he's thinking. He literally goes stone
He
faced.
does it to conceal his appearance.
Yeah, but you know, the rest of his body is visible, so you know who he is.
Damn.
And then he fights using a stone tablet and chalk.
Yep.
I wonder
He's like
what he
a
is.
5-star version of Kage.
Yeah.
That's the main comparison. They basically said this is the funniest comparison I've seen is this is Alhaitham and Kave's kid, who was babysat by Wander. Cause he's got Alhaitham's physique, Kave's job, and then Wander's like color scheme.
Yeah, I can see that.
Final one, Ron May.
I would just like to note Dr. Ratio, free limited 5-star character. He heard someone was gonna skip his banner and made it so he's in everyone's box.
Yep.
He's petty. He's a narcissist.
Alright, Ron May, she is an elegant scholar and a part of the same group as Herta, called the Genius Society.
Yep.
She is an expert in biological sciences instead of technological like Herta.
Mm-hmm. Ron May is an Ice Harmony support.
Yes.
5-star.
You would be correct. She's actually the next banner following Argenti.
Yep.
Along with
Oh,
a
shit.
rerun of Blade.
Yeah, fuck me.
This isn't Black Swan, right?
No.
Black Swan is a Wind Nihility that's coming out at some point, along with, I think his name was Sparkle.
No, Sparkle's a 5-star. It's probably
I was thinking of someone else then.
it's probably Misha
Yeah, okay.
in Ice Destruction.
Well, you've got 9 wrong? That's fine.
Yep.
We baited you with Shui. I can't even say, like, I can't argue with that one.
I literally said 4-star, and all of a sudden you guys just baited
Oh yeah,
the
they
shit
haven't
out of
come
me.
out
Oh,
yet. We should
gotta be
clarify
like-
that. Oh yeah, you were right the first time.
Yeah, no, I baited you hard.
The ones you guessed for 4s that could have been 5 were somewhat reasonable. Sampo, like if you just got to Eurilo 6 and then stopped, he did show up, so I get why. Serval, she's important story-wise, but she's a 4-star, because she wants to be accessible for everyone. Ting Tiu works for Fushuan, who you assumed was a 4-star.
Yeah, you switched to that.
Guinaifen shows up in 2 events, one being the essentially Pokemon event, and then the other one being the recent one with Wowo, where she's the streamer. For the 5 stars, you guessed were 4 stars. Gepard Lindau makes sense, because younger sibling to the one that you already knew was a 4-star.
Yep.
Captain of the Silvermane Guards after Bronya became Supreme Guardian. Yan Xing, apprentice to Jing Yuan. Undefeated up until story where he gets beat up a lot, yada yada. No one can match him when he picks up a blade, the loading screen says, and then the cutscene ensues where he gets beat up by Blade, Danheng, Jingliu, Trailblazer, yeah. So, like, granted, 3 of the High Cloud Quintet that are still alive, the 4th being his mentor, and then a raccoon that single-handedly is a problem.
Yeah.
Luocha, best healer in the game, showed up with Jingliu. I did leave out the fact that he is the reason the Shinjo Lofu have a problem. He may or may not have planted an abundant seed that almost killed everything with a big deer. Fushuan, she can use a machine that lets her peer into the minds of others, see the future. Not see the future, read people's minds. Seeing the future is Elio's thing, Kafka's boss.
Yeah.
If there's anyone that piqued your interest, we can talk about them for a bit.
You can go into more detail with what they've done, yeah.
From characters I don't know yet, because I know about Silver Wolf, Kafka, Blade, Jingliu.
Yeah.
I'm interested in Black Swan because her voice actor alone.
They're brand new. That is from the live stream. They're not out yet. We just know they're.
She is so brand new that she is not on anything. The only thing we can tell you about her is that she is a wind nihility and something called a memo keeper of the Garden of Recollection.
Yep. That's most likely because of that. The Garden of Recollection thing, that's most likely tying into what March's story is going to be on the next planet, where we find out more about March's actual name and their backstory. Because if you remember, there was a side quest with March about the Garden of Recollection where her memories were like so fucked up and important. It's like you're not allowed to remember them yet, even with the assistance of the person who literally reads minds. Let's see here. Oh yeah, and she's probably gonna replace Sampo if she's able to apply damage over time in Nihility.
Yeah.
There's also a Ryan lookalike coming out.
Ryan May.
No. Different one.
No, that's her name.
Ron May is a completely different character.
Ice. She's the Ice Harmony.
It is the person called Archeron, who is a electric nihility.
Yep. So she's the same type as Kafka.
Who, technically speaking, has another variation.
Don't worry about it.
We're assuming it's another variation.
Well, I mean, Trailblazer's getting another version of themselves, an imaginary version where they get a funny hat.
Oh, I'm so excited for that. And they're technically a support, which is going to be really interesting.
The last Stellaron Hunter, well, at least not last, but newest one, Sam.
Sam,
and
my
then
child.
We have a model in game for Elio now. So, because everyone thought Elio was a cat. He's not a cat. He's a person.
He's a twink.
Yeah. He's the one Kafka answers to. Sees the future. If we want, we can sit here and have. I don't even know if Asia has seen the character trailers.
Oh, for all of them? Fuck no, I've not watched it.
We can just sit down and watch those after I go to the bathroom and close stream.
Cool.
Yeah.